Alien woman tried to steal the human veteran's ship. He let her, then said, "Forgot my last name." The docking bay smelled like ozone and coolant. Commander Sarah Vex moved through the Pershing's corridors with the fluid precision of someone who'd spent 3 decades in microgravity. Her exoskeleton, titanium composite, Kepler 442b engineered, whispered against the metal walls. The human was waiting in the captain's quarters. Marcus Webb sat motionless in the command chair, a cup of synthetic coffee cooling in his weathered hands. 63 years old, according to the manifest. 40 years of service in the Terran colonial defense. His neural interface glowed faintly beneath his temple. Military grade, possibly outdated. "Captain Webb," Sarah said, her translator rendering her clicks and subsonic vocalizations into perfect English. "I'm here to requisition this vessel under Kepler Accords Article 7. The Pershing is registered to a decommissioned human officer. The colony worlds need functional deep space platforms." Webb didn't move. He sipped his coffee. "You'll need to vacate within the hour," Sarah continued. "I have authorization from the Interspecies Commerce Council. Your service record is noted. You'll receive compensation." "Take it," Webb said quietly. Sarah's mandibles froze mid-vibration. The Kepler 442b could read micro-expressions, atmospheric pressure changes, pupil dilation. She was prepared for resistance, legal challenges, possibly violence, not surrender. "I apologize," she said. "The ship, take it." Webb stood and gestured toward the observation window, where the Pershing gleamed in Earth's orbital station lights. Override codes are on the datapad. Crew quarters are in Section C. Navigation AI responds to voice command. Main reactors running at 80%. I keep it maintained. Sarah's exoskeleton hummed. "Processing. You're relinquishing your claim?" "Yes." "Without negotiation?" "Nothing to negotiate." Webb moved toward the door, then paused. He looked at her with eyes that seemed to contain entire star systems of weariness. "One question, though. What's your name? Your full designation?" "Sarah Vex of Kepler, 442b, 7th generation post-colonization," she said. "Why?" "Just wondering if you'd remember it. 20 years from now. 40 years. He stepped into the corridor. "I had a name once. Use it every day for 60-some years. Asked myself this morning what it was." Sarah's sensory organs swung toward him. "Your neural interface. Perfectly functional. That's not the problem." Webb's reflection ghosted across the polished steel. "The problem is remembering. When you spend enough time alone, commanding a ship, talking to an AI that never forgets, never ages, never needs you to actually be anything, you stop needing a name. Just coordinates. Just vectors. Just the next maintenance cycle, the next trajectory correction." He looked back at her. "I can tell you everything about this ship. Every system. Every microfracture in the hull plating. Every star we've charted. But I can't remember my last name. That's not degradation. That's not a medical issue. That's just forgetting what it meant to be the kind of being that needs a name." Sarah's exoskeleton extended a manipulator toward him, a gesture of Kepler 442b compassion, perhaps rest. "You should go," Webb interrupted, "before I change my mind about the ship, before I start remembering things I'd rather forget." He extended his own hand, the ancient human gesture. "Good luck with the colony expansion. You'll do better than we did. You don't have 40 years of habit telling you who you're supposed to be." Sarah clasped his hand carefully, her titanium fingers creating no pressure, merely contact. His skin was warm, alive in ways her biology could only approximate. She released him and walked toward the bridge. It took her 17 minutes to input the override codes, synchronize her neural interface with the Pershing systems, and initiate departure protocols. The ship disengaged from the station with practiced precision. As the Pershing pulled away from Earth orbit, Sarah watched the planet rotate below, blue and brown and impossibly fragile. She thought of Webb's question, the way he'd asked it as though the answer mattered. She remembered her name. Of course she would. Then she accessed the ship's chronometer and did the mathematics. Kepler 442b's gravity, the relativistic time dilation on deep space runs, the crew rotation cycles. By the time she completed a standard survey mission and returned, centuries would pass on her homeworld. Everyone who knew her name would be dust. The Pershing's AI chimed softly. Departure vector confirmed. Captain Vex. She didn't correct it.